Hello, folks. This is Hector from Hector's Interest in Coins. A conversation came up in Ken Peavy's channel where the idea was to make quick videos, 5 to 10 minutes, and actually make a video for the new coin collector, tips on what would you do to get started. I suggested for my own coin sorting, and in the coin sorting I would have the 7 varieties, one being the wheat cent, memorial cent, and the shield. And below that, in 2009, set a new one for the Denver and Philadelphia, where it was the log cabin, Lincoln the log, the legislative years, and the presidential series. And this is coin roll searching. You can get a box of or whatever amount you want to take, and take the coins, spread them out like so, and search for the coins. And right now I've got them spread out. You will also find in there, which I save all of the foreign coins. And then once in a great while you'll find a 1920 Philadelphia or any other dates that are wheat cents. Now the blue background you see are albums that I store. And I would just find in any condition to get started and place them in these books. This is Whitman, Littleton, and Harris. Now I do suggest a magnifying glass, especially me, where I'm wearing glasses, and a magnifying glass would work too. Now this is a microscope that I use to make it quicker to identify the dates and the mint, and in the future, any mint errors or any varieties or unusual, I would say that for now, but you will look at information on certain coins. Now, as I separate them by these, you see the 7 on the bottom, and then the top 2, they're more of 1982 D and then 77 D. Now these coins stand out because they do not look like the brown penny, like the wheat cent is. It's in better condition, and I save them mainly because I like the coin for being copper, and for my future kids or anyone who wants to trade, sell, or exchange for these coins. I like to keep them handy. Now after I separate them by these 3 in the middle, I place them in 3 cups. Now the shields are normally going to go back to the bank unless I find an error or something unusual about it. Then I'll have to investigate and use some different websites, and I'll cover that later. After I do all the wheats and the memorials, I usually only collect them until about 83, but there are some varieties like 1982 is supposed to be small date, large date, zinc, and copper. You have to get a scale in order to weigh the difference, and you'll find that information. But I mainly want you guys to concentrate on the wheat and pre-82s, 83s, and those are probably mostly copper, actually 95% copper and 5% zinc. And then I have a tray for each of the decades, and I separate them by each year. And the top 2, I put my cent pennies in there. And then on the large tray, I find sorting it according to what I'm going to send back to the bank once I determine their if they're zinc, depending on the year that I pull them back. Then, after I sort them, I put them in a box like so, and I put all my copper pennies in there and store them. Now they might not be valuable, and they might be only worth the cent base value, but I'm pretty sure that in the future that my kids or my grandkids can use them or sell them in as rolls. Those are mostly dates, with single dates, Philadelphia's and Denver's, and I go from there. Any questions? You can comment below. You can send me emails attached to my web channel. One more thing. I forgot to tell you about the flips storage. You can use flips. These are Mylar flips from Glider House. And if you notice, I also use medicine. I reuse the old tubes, and I try to use as much of the. You notice also there's different colors of the coins, and they all are different. All this information, but the simplest thing I would say is collect these 7, sort them into this cups, and then take the first cup, which is for me would be the wheat cents, and then separate them by year and date. Roll them up and store them. The faster you get these rolled up, you'll have time later to sort them. With all information that you have, you'll be able to do a lot better on knowledge, and you're not sending back coins that may be valuable that you know about. And in time, as you learn with other websites and talking to the people in the chat and also online, and you build your channel, you'll become better at sorting in the direction you want to take your coin collection. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below. And please come back, and hope you have all the luck I've had and the people that support you in the coin community. Good luck. Happy coin run, honey. Bye-bye. Good night.